Do you want to develop the grip strength of gymnasts? Do you want to blow up your forearms so big that they can even make Popeye jealous?
No, it's not that. Get your mind out of the gutter, guys.
The answer, a lot of you are probably already aware of, it's false grip. Now, don't get me wrong, this is painful in the beginning. It sucks, it's hard to train. Very briefly, we're gonna discuss the form here. So basically, the contact point on the ring or bar, you want it to rest basically right on the ridge here of your palm. Now, if you want a more detailed breakdown, I do have a video somewhere here on false grip and progressions that we can do to advance that and get you on the next level. But for now, we're gonna discuss the regressions to make it easier to get there. Now, the number one limiting factor when it comes to false grip is that mobility in wrist flexion. Now, to work on this, we're gonna work on some flexion and extension exercises, kind of a warm up to get you going. If you could do these a few times a week, and even on your handstand days as well, if you're training handstands, it's very beneficial for that as well. Planche training, anything like that that requires extension or flexion of the wrist. Because what happens when you put the wrist into flexion? You get those forearm flexors going, right? And that's exactly the point here, is that you do need to start building the necessary tendon strength and strength in your wrist flexors. When you're hanging, try to aim for about 20 to 30 seconds of hang time. If you can get more, great, but don't try to overdo it and strain your wrist flexors. It's important that we're easing into this, allowing our tendons to adapt. And very importantly, again, if it's too difficult to hang, assist yourself with resistance bands. And if you can get access to a lower bar, that's even better, because you take even more weight off that way as well. Think a Smith machine, think a barbell set up at a rack, think any kind of sort of lower bar, right? Now, some other things to assist you even further is obviously chalk, but make sure that you're chalking the contact point, the right point, which is that ridge on the palm of your hand here. Make sure you're chalking that, and if necessary, get yourself some lacrosse balls so you can hold those as well, because that kind of forces you to maintain that position. From there, obviously, you work your way up by dropping the size of the resistance bands, eventually transitioning to free air, and then the fun stuff, pull-ups. And if after all of this it still feels foreign, I do highly recommend training with rings. I think it's great because it teaches us the mechanics of the movement, but allowing yourself to move freely, not locked to a bar. It also helps you keep in mind that contact point and kind of form that mind-muscle connection. Now, I know all of you guys want to progress fast. As much as you want to stay consistent training this, make sure that you're allowing yourself the time to adapt, the time to recover, because this puts a lot of strain on your tendons, puts a lot of strain on your wrist flexors, and if you're going hard at it day in, day out, you're more than likely going to experience some injuries alongside that. So in the meantime, you can balance it out. You can still train full grip at the same time as training for false grip. And I can't stress this enough, you're paying yourself dividends for future growth. So buy into yourself and watch your gains accelerate. If you're ready for the next step, check out this video here. Later, guys.